Effect of weight, effect of thickness for technology. Aarti ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
shall we start?
Yes, yes, yes. Please, please, we'll start the session.
Okay. A very warm welcome to all of you in the afternoon session of second day 1 week capacity building program on Education 4.0. In this session, we are going to cover the topic learning effectiveness. For this, we have our speaker guest, Dr. Sandhya Save ma'am and her team. Before starting our session, I would like to give a brief introduction about our speaker guest, Dr. Sandhya Save ma'am. She is currently working with Thakur College of Engineering and Technology, Mumbai, as a professor in Electronics Engineering Department and activity head education technology and consultancy. She has over 2 decades of experience in field of education and variety of positions such as head of the department, co-convener of international conferences, BOS chairman for electronics, convener expert for faculty development and student development programs. Apart from this, she is a member of CII Western Region of Education Task Force, active member of Universal Human Values in Education, council member of WICCI and industry, expert of SLA projects of student development cells. Her work in the field of education is also appreciated by awarding Women of Substance Digital Award in 2022 and the Academic Excellence Award by Novel Research Academy. We have so much think that ma'am has done such a good job in research work. So thank you, ma'am, for your time. So next we have now hand over to ma'am. Ma'am, can you please start the session?
Pratibha, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, am I audible, right? Just tell me my
Yes,
screen. Can you see or not? That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Is the screen is visible or am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Pratibha. Thank you so much. So, good afternoon, all. One and all present. Right now, there are 42 participants which I can see. So, for your today's session, myself, Sandhya, and my colleague Sonia, we will be taking this topic in terms of course, discussion. And as I know, this is a session after lunch. So we'll try to make it more interactive and let's go in a discussion mode because we all present here are teachers. So the topic which has been given to us is about learning effectiveness demands and how we can cater this in education 4. When I hear this words 4, 5 and all that, there's something which I always remember, that is about the industry thing, that is industry revolution, that is industry 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is how we as a student have learned. So let us try to know each other's background. So would you like to start from your side? Anyone? Please unmute and you can start from your side. Just little introduction about yourself. Anyone? Okay, so let me start. So people are little bit from my side, let me start. Okay, so as she has already given a so-called brief but pretty long introduction, I'm Sandhya and I'm there in this teaching field for last 22 years and I enjoy dealing with the student as a teacher. I enjoy new ideas, the enthusiasm, same subject it is there, but every time how nicely I can teach it next time. It always comes in my mind. Believe me, till date, when it's a first lecture, there's some butterflies in my stomach when standing on that platform and talking with my kids and then getting comfortable with them. It's really every semester is an enjoyable journey. Every time new learning. It's nice. My colleague along with me who will be taking the session, Sonia. Sonia, please introduce yourself, please. Over to you, Sonia.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sonia Behra. I'm in the teaching field from last 19 years and associated with Thakur College from last 16 years. As ma'am said, even I'm very enthusiastic about teaching in the class. Uh, Even if it after so many years also, even I feel anxious. There are butterflies in the stomach when I go for my first lecture. Uh, I feel whether I'll be able to connect with my students or not. And till the end, when there is a connection and when they come to us with certain ideas or even their doubts or even some personal things also, I feel good that I was able to connect with them.
Yeah. So thank you, Sonia, so much. So both of us has given the introduction. Can anybody will please join us? Yeah, who would like to speak? You can raise your
Hello.
hand. Yeah, Kale madam. Yeah, please.
Madam, the experience what you shared in the similar manner, even I have. Like, I'm teaching for last 2 decades. So going for the lecture, actually, it is not only the delivering the content, it is the sharing of the idea. So we ourselves, it is a bi-directional flow. So we know what is our flow. But when we want to have that, the gelling with the class, because we are excited about them, we want to know what are their requirements, and we are very much eager to know the rather of delivering the content, how the communication, how the effectiveness, or rather what will be their takeaway, whether we are able to fulfill their needs, and what exactly, how should we customize it. So looking at that aspect, when we go to the first class with that excitement and the eagerness, the moment we understand the nature or the demand, then we know how to customize it. So this, I think, what I feel I should. This is my experience.
Yeah, great, madam. Anybody else? Anybody would like to? Yeah, Sonia, it looks like many people are there. I don't think so. Lochan, madam. Yeah, please, Lochan, madam.
Yeah. So regarding how do I feel or what is my what do I get when I come out of the class, I just want to add, because the remaining things are same. Uh, the satisfaction which I get by looking at the face of my students after completing my class is what is my reward after each class. And I would say that this pandemic, this was the main thing which I was missing. I was talking to myself, I felt to when I was teaching, and I was missing those interactions, not definitely in terms of words, but a body language interaction that was there in a class was missing. And that used to give me the best satisfaction, because it is no one has to come and give me the feedback whether I was good or not. It is I who myself is able to judge after teaching that today my lecture was good or not. So that is what was, which I was missing in the COVID time. And I find that that is the best reward as a teacher, which I got after teaching for more than now 21 years I have been teaching.
Great, madam. That's such a long time, and you are enjoying with your students. Okay, so I think so. Two of them have already shared, and there will be many who will be ready to share. So we'll do in one by one manner. So let's go. As I told you, when it comes to for number, when I say the word comes as a revolution, and the something which we know about the revolution is industry revolution, which started in 18th century, went in 19th century, 20th century, and today we are in 21st century, which is industry 4. And now we are trying to deal with education 4. Is there is such a revolution happen in the education field over these decades, or how within how much time span, or when it are we were the part of it, and are we actually jailed with it? There's so many questions. So let's try to, because we don't have such type of any revolution called such in education with the diagram accepted versions of it. So let's try to work it out together. So what I do in the process of knowing each other regarding education, let's have because there are right now 57 participants, and everybody cannot share their ideas about the education about them. So let's try to know each other. So I request Sonia to launch questions. Don't worry, they are not a test. It's very simple one. It's about you. About you as an UG student. You have to answer. When you were UG student, just try to remember your nice past. And Sonia, can you launch the first
Yes,
question,
ma'am.
please?
Yes.
Yeah. I hope you will will be able to recall the memories.
Done, ma'am.
Yeah.
I hope everyone is able to see it.
Yeah, Sonia, there's no time or anything, no?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Uh,
So
It's not visible, ma'am, to me.
it is on the window. Is everybody is able to have it?
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and as we are in the online mode, just once again reminding you, those who are just now joined, it's about your age group. We are not asking your exact age, just about your age group. And when you were student, what was your how you have been taught? That is the second question. The third question, what was your learning choice when you were student? And you have to be very true about it because we are not noting it. And about getting job after engineering, just UG degree. Yeah? Let me make it very clear. Yeah. So, Sonia, please give
Yeah.
time. Yeah, because only 9.
Ma'am, we are getting the responses.
Yes, I can see. Is it available? These responses are available to the.
Yes, ma'am. Once I end the poll, I can share the responses.
Yeah, okay. So we can see it. They can't, right?
I request the participants to please answer the polls. Ma'am, I'll end the poll.
No, Sonia, only 24 people are. Just wait, no?
Okay.
Let's give one or 2 minutes more. Let people remember. I request all the participants to just answer the poll. I hope it is visible to everyone. If anybody having any issue about the poll or not able to see the link, please write in a chat box. Coordinators, is the chat box is available for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, or they can write to you also. You can just pass.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I've stopped the poll. I'm sharing the result.
Yeah. Okay, fine. No issue.
Yeah, is the result visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's something interesting which has come. There are a major slot of us, like 60%. That is out of 54, 27 people have participated. So roughly 50% of people have participated. And out of that 50% or 60% of people are in the age group more than 37. And there's something interesting, Sonia, the 4 people are in up to 25 years, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let's try to correlate. The second one, please remember, Sonia, about this, and you can just note it down. No?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So for the second question, it was teaching learning process used by your teacher when you were student. So 70% of you all are saying this blackboard, and it's hardly 22%, 4%. Flip classroom is 1%. Great. This is at the UG level. The answers is for the UG level. I'm not talking about PG level. Okay, great. So we will ask who is this person. Flip classroom is the person. Can you just unmute if you are there? Yeah. Trupti madam, have you part of the flipped classroom? It's only one person who has selected it. Okay, you can write it in the chat box also, but maximum it is going with blackboard and chalk. And the learning method used by your teacher, that's missing, as the learning method used by you, word is missing, as an undergraduate student. So many of you are saying reference book, that's great. Then it turned out to be local author, photocopies, offline tutors, okay, video lectures. Again, that one person, very interesting. I would like to just somebody who is that category of one person out of 20 cents, please unmute. Yeah, and for 30% it was easy to get a job after graduation as an engineer, that is as an undergraduate B. And afterwards, otherwise it is difficult level. So roughly 30 to 70. Fine. So they required a higher degree. Great enough. Sonia, shall I stop the sharing of the polls? Can we stop the sharing of the polls? Sonia?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you might be thinking this result, can everybody, Sonia, can you see the screen? Because both of us are, I think so now 62 participants are there. What about the others? Can somebody unmute? Because we all are hosts, so I don't know you are able to see or not.
Yes, we are able to see.
You was able to see previously also, madam, or right
Yes,
now?
yes.
Okay. So I'm just removing the poll right now. I'm just closing it. Okay. Why did we do this way? Let's try to find out. One person who said a flipped classroom, can can he or she can unmute? It will be great. May I know who has voted for flipped classroom when they were as a student? Anyone? Okay, good enough. We will try to make it interactive whenever you feel. Yeah, there's a chat box. Great. Okay, no. She's thinking, will you say kindly let us know? Okay, fine. It was for participant. Fine. So why we have done this? We will try to understand. So what is the concept of teaching learning? Right now we had different age group people. Just try to recollect which category you're falling. There was a one category where teaching learning was absolutely in physical classrooms and machineries in the labs, and one machine, everybody's hopping on it and looking at it. Kya hai? And it was mandatory almost to the computer college, engineering college. You have to come to the college and see, because such type of machines you never thought of and having in home, or there's no virtual classrooms, isn't it? Then there was an era where teaching in the physical classroom was there, and every time you used to get some latest hardware, software, computers were there in the classrooms, and uh, people were used to use computers, and some of the classmates also were having computers, desktops, not laptops, but they were having, not every one of us. And now what is we all are just now, as the Luchan madam has said, we all are gone through this thing, teaching in a virtual classroom, Zoom meeting, something which is right now happening, and virtual software as well as labs also, isn't it? What is the scope of teaching learning process? Again, the one era where it was about a particular discipline, mechanics, about machine, it is electronics. Bhakti madam, if possible, mute yourself, please. It's about electronics, means it's about electronics related subjects. It's not anything related to IT or something. But then when the era came, the IT, the student of other discipline have to be taught about IT. Little bit knowledge of IT was required. And now it is an era of multidisciplinary. Any stream you are in, it is by default you should be having other skills, and knowing computers is a part and parcel of it. Knowing different languages, knowing about IT, the modifications coming in the market, everything you should know, irrespective of from electronics, computer, mechanical, or any branch. What is student dependency for teaching learning process, or on teaching learning process, or in simple language, in terms of teachers? Kya tha? So students were more into classroom teaching and hard copy material, as we have seen 60% of people who were in that age group of last two, they have given maximum. It was about classroom teaching and reference books, isn't it? Then the era was there something which talked about online resources and crispy. That crispy words, all of us know what is that crispy, isn't it? Hard copy material. And now, what is it coming? It is about online resources who are searching for the student. This is 4 minutes. This is 3 minutes. You type a one particular word. The next morning you get up, your phone will tell, these are the things I kept it available for you. Would you like to see this? Isn't it? And that keeps on coming. So they search for us, right? And what was a B degrees industry relevance? Uh, the era was that industry ready engineers people used to fill. Yeah, engineers means something usko aata hai and he is ready for industry to work for. Next, it came out to be industry ready to train engineers. Okay, he's an engineer, he comes with some background and we are ready to train. That was the second era. And the third one, they're just engineers, there's something training. Now that training is in a double quote, absolutely in double quote. What type of training, isn't it? Because as a teacher, we always think, abhi aur kya train kare? Now, knowledge or information time, because it's a very shaky word, knowledge hai ya information. So when it came to the era, which the last two age groups of which you answer, it was said 10 to 15 years. So we were dealing with fundamentals, hardcore, and the knowledge or information was there. Syllabus change was not that great, that strongly. Now then the era it came to 0 to 5 years, drastic changes. Pascal, C, C++, Java, today Python, tomorrow something else, and it goes on. And today that one shifted one has come with the dot in between 1.0 and 1.0. So that is the span which comes in a picture. Now, why I have done this all? Because if you see this timelines, this is the era which we can call this is a revolution in education. This has happened in IT revolution around 2000 or something. And this is something digital or digitalization revolution, which is we all have experience right now as a teacher. But have you note in that R, just now the poll which I had done, what we are doing or what as a student, we had a method of teaching by our teachers, we are still continuing that. That is the chalkboard and the blackboard. Maximum emphasis is on that. So we are having a student of this era. We have been trained in this era, that is in physical, the 60% of people who I just now answered. But 70 and more than that are saying still we will be using chalkboards and all that. So think the era of this IT has been drastically missed by all of us, or that has been shifting has happened but we didn't realize, and now suddenly we are feeling that something is happening and we are not students, because this digital era, if you see, the students are 21st century and we all are 20th century teachers, which where we are done everything in terms of physical classroom machines and that thought process, isn't it? So this is why that is what is the revolution which has happened in education, which we have witnessed, but we are still with the same methods and all that, emphasizing more on that, isn't it? So we require to think about it, how to go about it. Now the knowledge and information span, it's different because those who are answer me with that reference books and all that, they know how the study was that time and how it was more about fundamentals, self-study, understanding. Now what today's students is more about that information, gathering that information, what they are studying, maybe getting absolute after maybe 2 years or something. So it's about being access and availability of right information, isn't it? So if they have, more than half the things has been done. That is what they think, and this is what is defined as a skills in some of the cases, right? So how we can cater to this drastic change, which we have realized and we have been part of it, but still most of us are with the blackboard and chalk. So how to go about it? For that, let's try to find out the solution together. So education revolution is basically all about customization and adapting to each student's personal space. That personal space is very, very important because we have to cater to each and every student and as per their requirement. So is it possible? I have given one book name below that. That's a very nice book which talks about the fourth education revolution. What is exactly happening and where it will go, like click to go, right? Sonia, is there any poll right now or we are going ahead? Sonia?
Ma'am, we are going ahead.
Okay, fine. So let's try to understand type of learners. This is a typical learners diagram. We all are learners because we all are human beings. So what is this diagram is saying? This diagram is saying 60% or 61% of the learners in the group is typically visual learners. Roughly 40% are in terms of hands-on practice. 10 to 11% goes with the listeners. They are good listeners. And roughly 4% are other time. Other time means working in the group study, working alone, or what some people work with the music and so many things. There are around 7 to 8 types comes under this. And if you see this diagram is not 100%, it's more than 100% because they're overlapping. In simple words, visual learners can be good listeners also, or they can be a part of good hands-on workers. So that is overlapping stuff. Sorry. So something which the previous slide which we talked about, each student. So each student is basically different. That means learners are, we have a different type of learner. But we are one, and every teacher has a different style of presenting information. My style will be something, your style will be something, and we have some same tools. That 70% of us, we are still saying we are using that teaching tool of chalkboard, emphasizing more on it, or in that different eras where we have been divided in terms of age. 70% of them instead we were more of with the chalkboard and all, right? So teaching method should accommodate all possible learners' learning styles, and they are different, isn't it? So I want you to think about a tool which can cater all these learners getting on a one platform. जो हम standardization बोलते हैं ना, typical word. There can be one standardization. We all are different, so still in teaching learning process there can be one standard which everybody will like that tool, and one people will work with it. Those who like to speak about it, they can unmute and speak, and those who like to write in a chat box, you can write in a chat box. Any tool which you can think of which will make all these different types of learners together come together and work. Yeah, Sonia, please observe the chat box. I kept it still. Yeah, anybody would like to speak about it? Come on, everyone. This is an interactive session. We all are teachers. Yeah, anybody would like to say anything about it? Can you think of any tool like that? Okay, not yet. No issue. Fine. So let's try to find out. The standard way of teaching applies to everyone because everyone is different. ऐसा tool हम use रहे हैं. एक standard way of teaching, but सब लोग अलग हैं. How can we go about it? So let's try to find out कैसे कर सकते हैं हम वो. Yeah, Sonia, is there any poll right now?
Ma'am, after this.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So what I want, we are going to, yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. There is somebody answered.
Yeah. So real time situation, Rashmi madam is saying discussion, PPT, hand-on and writing. So PPT one, which we are already share on this, hands-on and writing, that is the other type of learners, 3.9%. Real time situation, working with project companies, that's great, Dr. Pawan. Yeah, that's the one more thing which has been added, but would everybody will like to work with it? And that is the topic for everyone here. So maybe we can take it as an internship. Dr. Pawan, do you mean to say that? Okay. Yes. Okay, great. So now I can see 2 responses. People are getting connected. There's something now what you require to do on your screen right now. You can see the white screen. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now there will be 3 things coming on your screen. You have to remember the sequence and accordingly you have to answer the poll. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Sonia, launch the poll. I kept it for around 2 to 3, maybe 10 seconds, not 2 to 3 seconds. Please launch the poll, Sonia. Yeah, please, if can you see the poll? Those who are not seeing the screen, I can repeat it for you also. But I want to see how many of you are answering. Yeah, fast, please. Yeah, everybody, please try to participate. This is something all of us like. Great, I can see many people are answering. Great. Yeah, you want me to repeat it, guys? All of you? No, great. No issue. So please answer fast. It was not at all difficult. Yeah, Prachi madam, Deepak Shetty sir is saying yes. Prachi madam, you want me to repeat the poll once again? Okay, I do that for you. Yeah, done. Yeah, have you given the answer, Prachi madam?
Ma'am, I'll stop it.
No, wait, Sonia. Now, Sonia, something which is happening is last time 27 people have responded.
Now 28.
Yeah, so people are getting into it. That's why I said just wait. Now the number is increasing. Okay, okay. Maybe 30 seconds more, Sonia.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. It seems to be a very difficult question. Okay, just now somebody has joined. Yeah, the person who has joined just now, for you, this is the poll which has been on your screen, which you can see, and you have to arrange these pictures. I have put it for you.
Yeah, ma'am, Archana ma'am has commented that it is a nice technique to hold participants' attention.
Thank you, ma'am.
And that was the idea, Archana ma'am.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, bingo. Sonia, we got 33 response. And can you share the results?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah. No, can everybody see? Praveen sir saying we can't see.
1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now?
Can you see, guys? All of you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So, can you see the result? Identify order in which the game came. She has written game word. And how did you come to know this snake and ladder, Ludo, chess? From where did you figure it out? Can anybody answer? By the way, what is the right answer, madam?
Ma'am, you're asking me?
Yeah. So
Yeah, it is snake and ladder, then Ludo, and then chess.
First one. That is 27%. The first one. 33, 9 out of 33 has given the right answer. So my question to those all 33 people, right or wrong, that's a different story. That's okay. How did you figure out it's snake and ladder and all that? Anyone? Now there are 74 participants, Sonia. So let's work out.
I'll stop this.
Yeah, you can stop sharing. Yeah. Yeah, anybody would like to speak about it? How did you figure it out? Visual aspect. Okay. Sequence of figures. They are figures, but how did you know it's snake and ladder and all that? From where?
Like these are the games which we've been playing since since almost our childhood. So we identified the images as the games and then seeing the sequence in which it came.
Yeah, true. That's true. So we all know this. Something which I would like to add to your knowledge is all games are originated in India, and they are far old century games. Chase to matlab 5th, 6th or 6th, 7th century ka hai. I mean, when the Indian best part was there. This is something YouTube video which I had. You can just go through that and check 12th century, 13th century, and all that. How the chess has been evolved and how snake and ladder has been evolved over the years and how it has been. Just a minute, hold. So I will. So this was a story about it and why I have chosen this. So these are the games which are played over the centuries. The moral of the story is over the century, we still love playing it and we still enjoy it. We still get involved. And you might have recognized something about this all is over the years, there's a transition. There's a transition in these games. Like for that Ludo King, some advertisement comes on the TV with the visual effects and online games and the aspect of game as some games there's a money involved. Chess has evolved over there's a fast chase, slow chase, fastest way of playing chess and so many things. But the concept remains the same. There's a one video given now. You can see it afterwards and you'll understand how the game has evolved. But then still the game is something which we all like, we all play, and it's still there over the decades. So let's give a thought process something. All of us, are we all are different type of learners? Or are we all visual learners? Or all of us are listeners only? Or all of us are like to work with the touch and then only understand? But we fall in the different categories, right? So definitely not we all are same type of learners. There's no doubt about it. But still all of us accepted that we all know this and this is something which we like, and that is what I was looking for while taking the poll. The responses, it comes very fast when it comes to the games and all that. So just give a thought, can game be a solution for the all this process? We will try to just take this thought ahead in evolution in education. Can game be one of the solution that make it simpler? Uh, but then try to answer, why do we get involved in the games? Some of them I didn't tell you the name, but you were knowing it very well, and it came out like as a part and parcel of a life, isn't it? And if we would have not told, we had said "Tujhe ye nahi pata," but it's a fact. We just take it as a simply because I know this game, every one of us know this game, but we never know that this is coming so far. So let's find why we get involved in different types of game. It is about, the games is about rules. There's some certain rules. It gives you entertainment, it gives you good time in utilization. There's some brainstorming happen, it's a teamwork, there's some certainty there. Some aspect of rules are coming in the picture. It comes with the adventure, it comes with the I'm sorry it comes with the adventure, punishment for the other player. Snake and ladder, snake eats, and then unexpected event happens. Sometimes we are at a 98 and that one is a 99 wala, the big snake kills and gets success at a level 6 and so on. It gives you valued, you feel you as a player, you represent, having a meaningful representation, you feel a valued, you're part of a game. Playing card, with all of us remember with the eyes telling one card ye dal, you put the 10 number, you put this, you don't put that, like that we used to play. You may all recall that memories, isn't it? Then it gives you the connect, it gives actually a human connect. If you might have seen our kids play some games called Call of Duty and whatnot. I'm not very good at them all, but you just observe them on the steps or anything, they are so involved, with the earphone, they talk in the group, hey, tu udhar chal, and all that. So there's a human connect, there's a group connect for a particular task, for a particular goal, isn't it? And then it gives you the recognition, it gives you the point levels. If you go to this level, then you these tools are available to you. In terms of violent games, it is guns, bombs, something, and you're one level up. So many games you can remember in that manner. It gives a added value, a meaningful involvement to every individual, because every individual's role is very clear to them, right? And it gives you connectedness, live-minded individuals. Why live-minded individuals? Same are having same thought process, working on a same goal together. So game is a very small way of putting a management theory where everybody is working at a particular goal and leading on the same line to achieve that. And what are these? What I'm discussing about? I'm discussing about the qualities: comfort, variety, significance, love, recognition, growth, contribution, and belonging. What does it all mean? These all the 7 needs of any learner or any human being, enthusiastic mind. I'm not saying basic need. I'm saying about a learner or a kid who's an enthusiast. And these all 7 needs, which is 7 colors of rainbow, if you can put it together, one of the two is a game. Yeah. Does it sound okay, or does it sound something meaningful to you? Yes, no? You can put
Yes,
it in the
ma'am.
chat box. Yeah, thank you, sir, for
Yes,
responding. So if it is makes sense, so again putting the same question, that can games, let make it educational games, be part of education for help people to learn about certain subjects, expand their concepts, reinforce developments, understand a historical event or a particular culture, or assist them in learning skill as they play. So as they get involved in the game, and because it's related to education, that's why we can say it as an educational game. Uh, can we give a thought about, Sonia? Is it
And we have a
possible?
poll here.
Yeah, is it possible to launch a poll, please? Have a thought. I know you had a session of design thinking, so just give a thought. And Sonia is asking you something, just try to answer. Now, Sonia, we have got 73 participants. Please note. So, Sonia, active participant number is increasing now, it is to 34. And I'm not seeing a single no yet. Yeah, great. So many of them are agreeing with us. Yeah, please answer fast. It's not at all difficult. It's just your thought process. Maybe yes, maybe no. Yeah, Sonia, after 30 seconds, please close the poll and then you can show this after 30 seconds. So can you see the results, guys? There's a one no. Great. Sonia, is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am, I've started sharing the result. I
Okay.
think it's visible.
Okay, great. So it's 97% are saying they agree, and there's a 1% out of 38 is not agree. No issue. It's individual's opinion, and we absolutely accept. But if 97% are saying it can be done, so how can be done? And what?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Can we ask that one person why he feels that we cannot go for this?
Provided if he likes to answer, no issue. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody who said 1%, 1%. Sir, would you like to share your opinion? Okay, Sonia, it's okay.
Yeah.
There's no response. No issue. Okay. So I have stopped sharing the poll and it's moving ahead. I'm just closing it. So as 97% or 98% of people are saying game can be one of the possibility because there's a 1%. Let's try to find out how we can go about it. Okay, go ahead. So this is what we have been given. So we are right now at the topic learning effective demands, pedagogical techniques to make teaching learning more attractive, which you are just now going through. And I can share you the number of percentage of participation, how they are able to, we are able to track them and get involved in them. Then the second topic was given about the important education for ensuring learning and its application among the students. And the third one, how enhancing classroom participation and communication. So we will be covering these three topics. The first one, we will go in a discussion mode. And now as we are on the one platform where we are agreeing, 97% of us are agreeing, saying that game can be one of the, so let's have a discussion how we can use game for that. The second and third topic will come one by one. So let's not hurry. Now, every one of us know the name Lego. We all have seen Lego. This is the timeline of Lego. The Lego, if you see 1982, they had a 50th anniversary celebrated. That means before that also you were all there, very much there. And if you see the Lego, the color of this has changed. The diagrammatical representation, shape of the particles or bricks which we say in Lego, that has changed. The concept remains the same. You are arranging one block over another one. The heroes has been changed. As a ninja has come, then Chima, then Lego friends and whatnot. And the size and the particles, the blocks and the refinement and fineness, but the concept remained the same. And the type has changed. Like there was architecture scene, there was some with the ninja scheme of fire, but the concept remains the same. So can we do this type of thing in our teaching, keeping the concept same, only thing changing the idea of putting it to the student in a different manner? Now, here has the color has changed, the shape has changed.
Your voice is cracking.
Can you hear me, Sonia, now?
Yes, ma'am, now.
Okay, so can we do in that manner? So let's try how we can do it. But what we know as a teacher, typically this. What is this? Anybody in the chat box? Fast?
It was Bloom's taxonomy.
Absolutely, sir. Bingo. Right. It is Bloom's taxonomy. All of us know. And why do we use? We use this Bloom's taxonomy for student where we are using graduate attributes for and then every subject we are creating so student will having a remember level, understand level about the subject. They will be able to apply it, analyze, evaluate it. I'm not I'm as you are as teacher, so everyone also know what for Bloom taxonomy and how to use it for evaluating student and for understanding their know how what is their understanding level all about the subject. So can we have something like that? Gaming taxonomy, can we have something like that? So let's see, which is called as a tag also. Yes, there is something. So as we were asking, can we use it? Definitely. So how it has been used, I'm not going to put it to as a bombardment a lot of things, but for remember level, can we have in the same subject with a time limit? Just say right now we had a game, yes, no, what you feel, that type of thing. Is this diagram is correct or something like that at the remember and memorization level? A very quick part in the classroom, or maybe your online lecture, something judgmental questions like this is what is the right answer, and if you are giving a right answer, then only you're going for the next level to apply. You will be able to decision make, or you go for a one level down, that is consequences game, causes and effects which will be coming, so you can apply. Then go for analyze. If you do this, what is the next challenge given? What will be the solution to your experiment? Can we put it in that manner? And then can we evaluate them at a higher level if they understand the subject to this level? A game or educational material which has been developed in terms of game, where we will develop the thought process about multiple outcomes based on the decision taken by them. And the decision will vary. The something like right now, as we have taken, 27% said yes, 1% still is a his or her decision. It's their thought process. But then, what is the outcome of it? Can we do in that manner?
Your voice.
Ma'am, you're not audible.
Right now, if I'm not audible. Hello.
Now you are.
Okay. So, how many minutes I was not audible from?
Ma'am, after your strategy games.
Okay. So, for a remember level, can you? Am I audible? Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for remember level, can we have games or a concept which has been taught in a such a manner? Just remember a typical words or thumb rules of it, and quick responses, 1 minute, 2 minute, who fastest finger, something like that. Judgmental, giving 3, 4 options, which one is the right one? And then going one step away ahead of that, why another one is the wrong one, and how did you made a decision, how did you made a good, better and best decision? That can be go at the apply level. And then making a further strategies, understanding a higher cognitive levels question by putting it in the terms of puzzles or solution driven, or putting a levels if you are going wrong in a decision making, go back and analyze and come ahead. And then once they are at that certain level, can we have a games in this manner, or a subtopic can be taught in this manner, that a one question number of outcomes. जैसे अभी हमने एक simple वाला किया, yes and no, only 2 outcomes we have put up. That's not that person's thought process, no, but that's okay. So multiple outcomes, but it is on decision based. There has to be some reasoning behind it. It's there has to be some evaluation, there has to be something judgment, there has to be assessment, there has to be some data related to that, and how the measurement are the effective, non-effective. You at the your level as a player should be able to evaluate and then create something at a very higher level, where student will be able to collaborate, create a reports out of it, and something, find out something new out of it, some different solution out of it. Simple example we can give is 2020 cricket. It started with your what you called 5 days cricket, or 6 days can run out to be 5, then there's a 1 day, then it came out to 2020. You never know, there will be era of 10-10. I have seen 10-10, but it's not become international. And maybe box cricket one day also, which will be. So it's something create over the time, but the concept remains the same. Similarly, can we do this in our subjects? So yeah, the game gives you the this. And for that, we have to follow gaming taxonomy. So gamification taxonomy comes with the 5 main things: performance, ecological, social, personal, and fictional. Now, how it goes, just try to understand. What is performance? Performance while designing any game on a concept, or to represent any concept in terms of game, is giving to its provide to the learner feedback. Sorry, there's a feedback missing word, it's down. It's to provide learner feedback, and the feedback can be of 2 types. One is simple, one is the acknowledge, which is intrinsic feedback. You give in a terms of points, you appreciate them. Extrinsic feedback, try to understand their actions, why they think in this manner, something which I just now read. Why it was no? Though the answer is not there, but from my side, I'm still open. Yeah, why no? So it's creating enthusiasm and understanding, because we all are different. Every enthusiastic mind thought process is different, and sometimes this extrinsic feedbacks and different steps can come up, and the problem which supposed to be solved in the 10 steps can be come out to be in 2 to 3 steps also, with the a new development of logic, right? So this is what is performance has been. It comes in terms of if you see in the terms of games, it comes in points, in terms of points, level, progression levels, steps. It gives you at the level 1, level 2, and acknowledgement, and so on, isn't it? So that this is how we can put it to a subject or a particular topic. Now, what is ecological? It means it represents the properties of that environment, or of, about that concept, something which you have designed around that concept. It how do you design it? You can give a minute, 30 seconds more, or put it to the randomness. There can be yes, no. There can be 3 to 4 different answers. Impose choices. You have to go in this manner. You have to provide them a path. Like in snake and ladder, we all know if the snake eats, you have to come down. You cannot cry and say no, no, I can't do this. The same way, it's the same manner. You have to have some guided path put up in that concept. And extrinsic concept will be limit the resources, something like a design problem. You are given this much, this is your area to work, and you have to work within this. So that will develop certain type of decision. If I'm given this many resources, what, how can I go? So this is how it helps. Now let's go for the next one, that is social. What is social is all about? It represents interaction between the learners, and which is very important. Typically, most of us are visual learners. As you know, it's 70% of people in the world are visual learners. So it's about co-opting group works in terms of competition. Competition can be in terms of time, learning from your peers, collaborating for a common goal, and developing a reputation. It's developing reputation within, that I know this subject. I like this concept. Many of us, can you remember some of the subjects were liked because of the way teacher is to teach. And once you believe you like it or you know it, the things become very easy, because a person open that book, a person look into the matter, and the things becomes very easy. Or you know somebody else who is there to help me out as a team member, things become more simpler. You might have heard with the students, मैं तेरे को 2 मिनट में सिखा देगा. What confidence, I mean, but what feels to the his friend, अरे हाँ, this somebody who's good. And if somebody is tested one, think of that, अरे मैंने I have sir ने design किया और game भी मैंने crack किया. So he's think of a confidence, something which will help him to motivate the student to find out the different aspects of that concept further ahead, what is happening in the world with respect to that, and so on. Now at a personal level, it's related to a particular learner or the learner, individual one. So it is about achieving some, it on some certain mission. I'm playing a game. If after doing this, I will be knowing the particular concept, achieving certain milestones, something about novelty, learning, updates. If I do this, my assignment 1 is over, assignment 2 is over, or my term work requirement is or something. Surprise, you are getting extra attendance for this. A greatest surprise for today's student. Changes, yeah, the thought process change. It's little bit slower, but it happens. It's back of the mind, and over a semester you realize renovation can be done with the learner. ठीक है, तो और एक दिन extra ले ले. To solve your own. Take a help of your group mates and adding sensation to. For your team, if you do it within half day, you will be given plus extra points for this. Or for you, this is the task which is will be less, or something like that. Anything with the sensation, giving in terms of time, giving in its challenges. So that way we can think about the concept to be taught to the student, and designing a game in that manner. And the last one, which is about the frictional, very less uh, designers will be using or concept, something when you know the student had reached to that level. Now he's in the position that any task, as well as it will directly able to perform any task related to that concept. Can solve. The concept is literally, हम बोलते हैं ना, understood so deeply in all senses that it can directly influence the quality of the user's experience in terms of storytelling, adding the aspect to it. The game is like at the end of then student feel something I achieved and I can find out something new out of it. So that frictional level, if you can add, it's a something highest level. But yes, if you do in this manner, this is the way adding this type of levels to the design of educational game will definitely put all that 7 required learner concept into this together. Sonia, shall I share my slides or it's from your side? Sonia,
Sorry, ma'am.
shall I share my slides or it's from your side?
Ma'am, you can share it. I'll just share
Okay.
it. Both of it.
Okay. So now next, the initial part of a discussion which we talked about this, how we can make it attractive. If you have any doubts or anything, would you like to ask? It looks like no, because it's a time. What's the time? It's almost 3. So we will do the second part with the demo games, how we have actually designed and what are our experiences about it. So I will hand over session to Sonia. She'll be showing the different types of games. And then the last part is very interesting. Be there. And of course, the games are really nice. You will love it. Sonia, I'm stop
Yes.
sharing it. Over to you, please. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be telling you about gamification, and then I'll be giving you certain demos of the games developed by us for the third semester subjects of electronics and telecommunication, which you can easily use for your subjects also, because the idea remains the same.
Yeah, we have chosen third semester because mostly the subjects are common in all the branches.
All the
So we are
branches.
choosing. Yeah.
So let's understand what is gamification. Gamification is
Sonia, is your slides are shared? I
yes,
can't
ma'am.
see.
It's not visible.
No, I can't see.
Others, can you help me out?
No, ma'am, even I can't see.
One. Is it visible now?
No, Sonia.
Yes,
No.
madam. Video games and
Yeah, video games and
badgification and pointsification.
What I do, I log out and log in again, Aarti.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not able to see.
others. Can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
please help me out? Someone? Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us understand what when we say games, we are not talking about the normal games with the kids of today's generation play. We are talking about gamification, which is we are learning through certain games, and they are very simple games which are known to them. They don't have to go to a very higher level for that. And they don't have to be continuously engaged in the laptops, because parents are worried when we talk as a parent, when we think our kid is playing the game, we get tensed. We don't want him to be continuously.
Sonia, ma'am,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. There are lots of people putting in the chat box that the slides are not visible.
Yeah, they're visible now. When I also logged out, now it's not visible, Sonia, again.
I've stopped it, ma'am. I'll do
Okay,
it again.
okay.
Now
So
is it visible? Right.
no,
No, it's
could-
not.
at least I can't see. Others could see. I don't
Aarti,
know.
ma'am.
Ma'am, it's not visible. Is it possible so that you share the PPT with me and I try it?
No, I share. No, it's okay.
Okay.
I share.
If it's possible.
Yeah, I share. It's okay. Sorry. Yeah. So can you see the screen, Sonia?
No, ma'am. No.
This
I
also.
think
Ma'am,
camera
actually,
off
Hemant
करके
English sir's screen is what is visible.
Yeah, Hemant English screen is visible.
That is what is visible right now.
maybe उनका camera off करके try
One
करेंगे.
minute.
Host can
Ma'am, now is it visible? Because
No, again, somebody's camera only visible.
Yes, ma'am. Some sirs, I'm trying to turn off the video, but I think his camera is stuck.
Can you just just
Okay. Now,
yeah, now
is
now
it,
now it will be possible.
yeah.
Sonia, please try to share.
yes, ma'am. Now is it visible?
Yes, definitely.
yes,
Yes,
it's
ma'am. Now it's
visible.
it.
So, we don't, as a parent, I don't want my kid to be sitting continuously on the laptop and playing. Whether he's learning from it, still we don't want, because we are worried about the other things also. So we'll be developing very simple games so that he doesn't get addicted to that. That is all about gamification. So it is not normal video games. It has something to do where they are learning, and what is motivating them is the benefits which you get from it. The benefits, students see the benefits in the terms of attendance. You can give them benefits in the terms of marks, or you can give them, like, if you're scoring this much, you will be getting even you can use this for small, in the schools also we can use it, so they can get the stars. So in any form, points, gratification. So these are the benefits which we can give to the students. So as ma'am told you that we can map the Bloom's taxonomy with the taxonomy for gamification. Let us see which types of games we can go if we are going for recall. So in recall level, there can be simple crosswords made, which will be just asking you the definitions of certain terms. Like if I'm teaching EDC, so I can just ask them what is stability in your crossword. So I can give them a statement and ask them how many types of which is the best stable circuit, and then they can put it in the crossword. So simple crosswords which will be just based on the recall can be used in the recall level. Then in the judgment level, there will be a quiz in which they have to find out the best possible solution. So that will come under the judgment games. Then decision making will come in the consequences. Flashcards is the strategy game. Then you have multiple challenge games, like you have to find the right path, go from one path to another. Then you have to make a certain decision whether I have to move to the right or whether I have to move to the left, and then I move ahead. That is your multiple challenge game. And lastly, in your create level, you can have a game which covers all the below things, and that will be your create level or simulation games. So how we can implement your Bloom's taxonomy into this is explained. Next, we'll go to a simple game which we have developed for our classroom. This is a very, very simple game. I teach electronic device and circuits, and in that we have one topic which is low frequency analysis of your BJT amplifier. So I along with my colleague Anvita Beje, we usually play this in our class. After teaching this completely, we ask the students, this is the flashcards. We ask them to just tell us the numbers. We make a group of students, four students, and it is just the first row because we have multiple games to play. So we give chance to everyone. So the first row of four students will be playing this game. One will be the team leader. So we just tell them to mark how the sequence. We give them the benefit sometimes in the form of attendance. Even a chocolate makes them very happy. If a teacher is giving a chocolate to four of the students, the others feel that next time even I should try this. So simple rewards we give them. So it is a simple game. We just have to number how the sequence is coming. So first sequence is draw the AC equivalent circuit. Then the second sequence is this, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and 9. Whoever tells us the sequence correctly, then we reward them. So what they are learning from this is at least they know the steps, how to how to do the analysis of your low frequency response. Otherwise, just telling them this is you have to go from this point to this point, this point to this point. Even though they are solving the complete numerical, sometimes they tend to forget the steps. So it is just a recall level where they will be just telling us how the steps are going forward for this. So this was a simple game. Next are our digital games, which we have developed for different subjects. One is your crossword. We'll be seeing 4 different games. One is crossword, another is jigsaw puzzle. Then we have the quiz and we have the snake and ladder. So I'll play the games.
Sonia, share the computer sound also.
Yes, ma'am. And is the screen visible?
Yes.
Game screen is visible?
Yes, yes.
So over here, this is a game which is developed for your network theory subject, and it is based on the topic graph theory. So let us start with the game. Now there are 3 levels over here: beginner level, intermediate level, and advanced level. So along with that, I will tell you what is the difference between the 3 levels. Now, if you see the beginner level, this is a simple crossword. Now, if you see the beginner level, if you see the questions over here, it is just the recall level. Like if the branches of a tree are called as what is it is a unidirected graph. So what is a unidirected graph over here? So if we have put the answer tree, it is just a recall level. Then we go to the down. The branches of a tree are called as, it is called as twigs. So in this way, they will solve it. But the emphasis over here is this is just for the recall level and it stimulates their brain. They are in a competitive mode and by using this crossword, they are able to, their brain gets activated also and the learning becomes faster. So I'll go back and I'll show you what. Tell me the difference over here. If you can see the crossword, can you tell me what is the difference between the previous level and this level? Anyone?
Yeah, you can put it in chat box. I will answer.
I just
Yeah.
want the difference. We are not here to answer. We are not here to solve this crossword. We are just here to understand how we can go to different levels over here. Anyone? Can you help me out with this? What is the difference in the level over here?
Understand level.
Yeah, thank
Images
you.
are included. Graphical
Yeah.
hints.
Yeah, in the first, it was only the recall level where certain definitions were given and they have to just tell us what is a branch of a tree called as. But over here, unless until they don't understand how to find out the chords, they don't understand how to apply the KVLs, how they will not be able to answer this. The number of chords in the circuit is the first one. Well, how many number of chords are there in the first circuit? How many independent KVL equations can be applied over here? So unless and until they don't understand the concept for this, they will not be able to solve it. So the same topic of graph theory, we can make it for recall level. Then we can go for the understand level for the same, the crosswords only. And the last one, if you see at the advanced level, is the analyze level. You have to solve these things to get the answers. Unless until you don't solve the circuit, these circuits or these figures, whatever is asked over here, the number of possible trees in the circuit. Unless and until you don't solve it, you will not be able to solve the crossword. So So a simple crossword puzzle, the same topic, you can go from recall level to your understand level and to your analyze level. So this was for your network, and there is a thing we have also put in the answers over here, the check answers, because the emphasis is on students learning. We don't want to put them down that they don't know the answers or the things. It is about their learning, so they even get the answers from here. Anyone has anything to ask?
Nothing in the chat box yet. You can go ahead.
Anyone?
If any,
I hope it is clear how we can go from recall to understand to apply or analyze level. The same topic.
yes, ma'am. Yeah, there's a yes, ma'am. Yeah, Sonia,
Next,
there's yeah.
I'll
You
share my screen for the next. I'll stop this and I'll share for the next one. The next game which we will be seeing is for the EDs. This is a simple game which can be used at any level. We have developed this for the school going kids. Is this visible now?
yes, very
Yeah.
much.
So over here, they will get the high scores also for the school going kid. It is. They have to select whether they want to go for physics, chemistry, maths, or biology. Then for the physics, they just need to answer the questions and they will get the score over here. So the score over here is the motivation factor for them, because they will be having a competitive spirit. If we are making two students to play, then which one is having the highest score? Then over here is the competitive spirit coming over here. So I'm just randomly marking the answers. If you see the questions also, the first question was basically of the recall level. Now over here you have to solve this to get the answer. So it is your analyze or apply level. Now since the answer was wrong, the score remains the same. Again, the answer is wrong, the score remains the same. And over here, we can check at the end of the quiz. At the end of the quiz, you can check the answers also. There is a provision for answers also. See, along with the question, there is a correct answer and there is an explanation also over here. So in this way, you can make them learn the. But still, since we have the answer and an explanation below that, they can learn it from here. The same is for other subjects also. So this was a simple quiz. Now the most important, the most favorite of us all is the snake and ladder game, which we all play. How we can implement the snakes and ladder in our teaching learning to make the subject more interactive. Because snake and ladder is something which makes everyone very. It is full of uncertainty. We don't know what will happen next. So this was a game developed for the subject uh, electronic device and circuits. I'll tell you how it is played. There is a ladder. It is a two-player game. So there is a ladder and there is a snake. Whenever a ladder comes, you have to answer the. It is not that if the ladder is coming, you'll move ahead. There is a question and you have to answer for that question. So if your answer is right, then only you will be able to catch the ladder and move ahead. Otherwise, you won't be able to catch the ladder. Then if you are coming for the snake, if the snake is coming and there will be a question which will act as your lifeline. So for the question which is acting as a lifeline, lifeline is something which we all want. So the level of the question over here is a little tougher as compared to the level of the question for the ladder, because it will save you from the snake bite. So if your answer is right over here, then you will not go down because of the snake bite. You will move ahead in the game. And as you move ahead in the game, you go on reaching at the top, then the level of the questions also goes on increasing. So initially the levels are very recall level and very low level questions, but as you progress in the game, you're reaching at the top level, then your level goes on increasing. And the most important part is it is not the complete electronics and device, it is just based on the basics of PJT. So I'll just start with this game. It is a 2-player. Now see, we have got it. What is the full form of PJT? Anyone from electronics can tell me this? Anyone?
Bipolar junction transistor.
Okay, so we'll write it. So the answer was right. Therefore, they were able to catch the ladder and move ahead in the game. I'll just like to play this so that I can go till some snake and again. So far so good. Let's see who wins. Enter okay if you're ready. So although there was a ladder, again there is something I did. There was no question, so they have to just wait it over there.
Sonia, snakes look to be difficult.
Yeah, I just want to show one. I've got it.
Yeah, okay.
See, now it is calculate the collector current with the values IC majority is given and IC minority at 36.7 degree is given. So now they need to solve it and then they need to get the correct answer so that the snake gives us the lifeline. I'm putting some random answers. When my answer will be wrong, then my snake will bite me. So I'm just putting it to be 46 milliamperes. And the snake has bitten us and we have gone down. But if the answer would have been correct, then they would have moved ahead in the game because that is acting as a lifeline. So snake and ladder is a very, very, what can I say? It activates our brain. And by using a simple concept of snake and ladder, which we all love to play till now, we can engage the students for the topic. Another game I'll share. The last game is which I'll be sharing is based on the designing of BJT amplifier, which they study in their 3rd sem. So over here also, if you see, it is a jigsaw puzzle. There is a beginner, then there is an intermediate, advanced, and expert designing. And they should know from the starting that which circuit they have to select. Then what if the parameters are given to you, then how to go for the they have to select the parameters from the data sheet, how to select those parameters, and then how to go for your designing. So all the steps should be covered over here. So the beginner is just the circuit. And once you go, once you are able to solve everything, then only you'll be able to go to the next stage. So in the beginner, now see, complete the BJT amplifier circuit. So over here, they just have to arrange it in the zigzag manner. So only if they know how the circuit looks like, they will be able to do this. And we all love to play zigzag puzzles and everything. So even the students love these things.
Yeah, Sonia, you're getting comments. It is too good. So your games has been liked by people. I suppose you pulled 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And if they don't know the circuit also, with the basic understanding also of
Yeah. It is a zigzag. So even
yeah.
if they don't know, they just need to use the logics of shapes and arrange the circuit, which we teach our kids, the smaller kids, that
Yes,
you just
yes.
use the logic of the shapes where it will fit.
Yeah, there's a one more really great ma'am recalling really interesting puzzle.
Yeah. So now,
Yeah, over to you, Sonia.
yeah. Now they have done this. Now we'll go to the next level. Let's see what is there in the next level. So next level is a little complicated circuit. So we need to complete that also. So in this, so idea is the same, like you just have to use the zigzag puzzle. This is the next level, as it is complicated because it is a two-stage designing. So the two stages of BJT amplifier are covered over here. So the concept is the same. You just need to arrange it and get the proper circuit as we done in the previous one. Let me show you about the advanced stage. Again, in the advanced stage, you have to solve the quiz. Unless and until you don't get the answers right of the quiz, you cannot get your circuit open to rearrange it in the zigzag. So first you have to solve the quiz. So the quiz is based on the designing question. Usually we get these types of designing questions in the university. So if they are able to solve all the steps, and if their answers is right, then only they are the zigzag puzzle cards will be open and they will be able to arrange it. So which of the following is correct? The data is given and we just have to understand what will be my HEE and what will be my beta value for this. So the gain is high, beta should be minimum. So we have done this. Now they'll need to go for the completely designing. They have to design for the value of RC. I am putting some random values over here. Sorry, see, my score is 2. Unless and until I don't get a score of 6 out of 7, the zigzag puzzle will not be open. So again, go for retry because I want this puzzle to be open. I want to arrange it so we can go for a retry. So that was in your advanced level. Expert designing. Expert designing is for your two-stage. Same, you have to solve the quiz. Again, the questions are given. Your CE amplifier is given. Which one will be the correct? And again, the same steps, unless and until you don't complete all the things, all the answers are correct over here, you won't be able to open the zigzag puzzle. So what the idea over here was to make the designing, because if they solve it, once they solve it in the notebook and everything, it becomes very boring for them, because it is a very, we all know that designing is a very tedious topic and it has lots of steps in it. So it becomes, there's hardly any motivation for them to do it. Earlier, the students used to, but nowadays students, there's no motivation for them. So the idea over here was to put it in a game form and make them do it so that they feel good once they, because they are the next generation students. Once they click something and they get the right answer, then they feel very good. Oh, my answer was very right. I reached till this stage. I was able to, because when I played this game in my class, the student who were able to do it, we did it in the lab session. They were so happy. You know, they were calling me, "Ma'am, mega open ho gaya, mega puzzle open ho gaya." So they were very happy. They felt a feeling of achievement. They have achieved something over here. So even the designing comes into create level. So even a create level type of thing we can do by gaming. So that was our idea over here by implementing all these games. And we have implemented all these are such the sample games I'm telling you, but we have done lots of games. There was one game in which there were, we remember car smashing game. Car smashing usually students play at home also. So it was the car is racing and uh, then suddenly there comes a question. If they are able to answer the question properly, they will be going into the safe zone. Otherwise, they'll be going into the danger zone and they are moving ahead in danger. So these types of games we have developed and our students are really enjoying it. They are learning through it a lot, and it makes them have a feeling of achievement by that thing. So yeah, yes, ma'am.
Shall I share the PPT meanwhile?
Ma'am, I'll share it. I think I'll be able to. It's visible now?
Yeah, it is done. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
these were, I've taken the basic digital games, only four for example, just to make you understand that through games we can we need to put our ideas into the games sort of thing, and through that we can make our session very interactive with the students. Because if we go for a traditional classroom teaching, they are not interested. Everything is available to them on internet. What we teach, that is available to them in the on the internet, and through the internet they are only learning what they want in the examination. They don't go for deep learning. Exam mein this will come, I have to learn this much. So so they find classroom teaching a little boring, but by implementing games we can make it very interactive. Plus we can grab their attention over here, so that it gives a feeling of satisfaction that yeah, they should look forward to come to our lecture. That should be our motive, that they should feel that I have to go to this lecture because we have to play the game. And it is obvious, like when they're playing the game there will be a little sort of indiscipline, I can say noise will be there because they play. But uh, that will be at I won't say at a cost of, but that will be making them to have a lifelong learning. So a little bit of a noise, but we have to ensure that there should be no indiscipline. And once they start enjoying a lecture, they automatically connect with the faculty, and when the faculty says them certain things that we have to maintain this discipline level, we have to do this, then they automatically listen to that faculty. So it is a cycle us, and then automatically there is everything in the class. The atmosphere is also good, and the most important, the sessions are interactive and they feel like coming to our lectures. Any questions anyone wants to ask till here?
No, not in a chat box. Not in a chat box. Okay.
These are certain online resources through which you can make your own games. This is puzzle.org. Over here, you can make the memory games also. You can make crosswords also. You can make flashcards. So various types of games you can make it. Share the code with the class and they can play it online. Then the crossword over here, you can just make the crosswords. The third one is for different types of quizzes. And last one is hot pot. Over here also you can share the code. All these games, once you make it, they will give you a passcode which you need to give it to your students, and they can play it online. So, well, when I say that gamification really works in the class, because it is my experience, I have seen it in my class. It really works for a topic like electronic device and circuit, which is very, very tough for the students. I have seen a significant improvement. They enjoy attending the class. So how it works is basically it is hijacking their brain. They are continuously in that mode that the games like snake and ladder, it is uncertain what will happen, which question I will get in that, whether I'll be able to catch the ladder, will the snake bite me, all this uncertainty, it stimulates their brain. Then there is a instant feedback from the students. If they're enjoying it, they tell us. If there is even like they can come up with innovative ideas also. If they feel that this factor should also be added to the game, they do tell us, ma'am, we can add this in the game, it will make it more interactive, it will make it more nice. So even we can get those types of feedback. Then certainly they are so happy because they get rewards in some form or the other. And over here, the most important thing is we are building a confident student which has team building and leadership qualities, because they will be playing this in a group of the students. So one student has to be a leader, and in this way they can develop their leadership qualities also. So how effective it is very, very effective. From my personal experience, I can say it is very, very effective, because the most important is it has increased the engagement of the students in the class, which is difficult for the Gen Next students, but it has increased their engagement. They look forward to coming to the class. Then they find learning to be fun, because they find it to be fun because it is mixed with something they love. They love to play games. Even a small kid, if you see, he doesn't know anything, but he knows how to play games in the mobile. So it is, I don't know how, but it is now inbuilt to the kids of India that they know, they love games.
We
So-
all love games.
Yeah, we
It
all
is
love
not kids. We all
Yeah.
love games.
So so if you're making teaching with that, they enjoy it. They feel कि हाँ, their teachers have done something for us. They feel in that way. So for them, it is a very, very good thing, and for them it is fun. It is also increasing the cognitive levels, and as I told you, it is also increasing the like for it is increase their fundamental learnings also, which they don't do it from online resources. They get more detailed learnings. So in this way, like we can introduce gamification in our day-to-day teaching.
Yeah, Sonia, there is a poll, I suppose.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to ask me anything?
y-
Hello.
Yes.
Madam.
Yes,
I
sir.
have one question. Basically, we want to teach machine drawing using this gaming technique, like you are assemble the circuit.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
in the same way, if you can assemble the particular assembly of a product on the games. So, is it possible to do that, or we need to upload the drawing on ourselves, or already there are the existing assembly components?
No, sir, we have to do it on ourselves only. We have developed these games in the college only. So you have to develop this game. This is not an online.
Okay.
Online resource is not there.
So we have a
The drawing
so
of your
that
machine, right?
yes,
Along.
yes.
So you can have a cuts on that drawing as per your requirement, the way it was put up in jigsaw puzzle. So like in that case, for example, the game which we have played, RC supposed to be always at top. So like that in your machine drawing particular part which is important, which will be at a middle point. So that way you put the cut and then upload that pictures as a part of game.
But that could be suppose that 20 components are there, then 20 components will be cut to cut. What? That
Yeah,
could
so
be
then the
quite
level
difficult.
will,
Then again, it will be quite difficult, na, to make the game up.
so you will be having one picture on your paper, right, of that 20 components.
Yes, yes.
So same way, that picture of that BJT amplifier was initially on the one paper, then it was cut in that jigsaw manner.
And ma'am, that hotpot, I gave the site hotpot. Over there, you can make the jigsaw puzzles also. So you just
Also.
have to upload it. Your
And that will make the way you want.
Yeah.
I hope we answered your query, sir.
I think that could be a very difficult to assemble the components in that way. If you cut the components, I think it's not feasible actually.
Sir, is your diagram is ready? That is the first thing. It's not two different discrete components. It is a one circuit component.
Sample of it we can see on that, because it's becomes very difficult to assemble. And when you cut the component itself, then it will become too difficult to assemble for the students, I think.
The games, sir, let me just tell you, the games which has been shown by Sonia, where the circuit was ready and number of components were 9 to 10. You are saying if it is more than 20 components, it will be difficult. But then as of blocks, if your components, 20 components are divided into say 3 to 4 blocks, and every block is having 3 to say 5 to 6 component, then I don't think so it will go to that difficult level, and one block completion can be done. And when the student is okay with the individual block understanding, when we got a higher cognitive level, you can make that bigger jigsaw puzzle and do it to complete it. That can be another way of doing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hope I answer your question.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Sonia, can you just launch the poll?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there will be a poll coming, as we had a question from sir also. After just going through this thing, it's the same question. We are just putting to the levels now. This question you had when before Sonia starting her demonstration. Now we will just like to take your opinion about it. But now opinion is going in the levels. It was initially it was yes and no. Now it is at a further 5 levels. You can see as those who are answering the poll. Yeah, and the organizers, there's a one more announcement from our side. The next game or a demonstration will be with respect to attendance, and I hope attendance sheet you circulate, right, madam? Aarti madam?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so attendance will be from this time our side, and we will
Okay.
give it to you. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, Sonia, we can stop it. It is around 50% participants has answered it, and you can show it because we are running out of time. And there are 2 people neutral, and there are remaining are agreeing and strongly agree. Now, designing game itself is one of the art which one has to cultivate. Once you start, it becomes very easy. That will be a something next session about it, but once you understand, it becomes very easy. The way you can feel the Sonia was explaining, and she has practiced this for last 2 years, and before that we used to play with the cards actually. So the next session, which is last, enhancing classroom participate and communication. So we are going this with, Sonia, can you just go ahead one? Yeah, with the playing game itself. So let's see how much participation coming. And wait, Sonia,
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, just a minute. Just poll ye kare. And we will be doing this game with the attendance sheet of yours. Okay, tell me how many, any one of you not never filled any attendance sheet. कभी attendance नहीं दिया? Anybody? ऐसा कोई नहीं होगा ना? All of us were student, let's say good students, so attendance तो चाहिए था. Irrespective of lecture, attendance we all of us wanted. Is there anybody? No? Put it in a chat box or raise your hand. And I know all of you are yes. Okay, tell me one more thing. Yeah, Sonia, let's go ahead. No, go behind. And put it to the ringing mode. Yeah, I can't hear. Anyway, have you ever, just a minute, Sonia, go black, please. Have you ever played game with the attendant? Yeah, have you ever played any game with the attendance sheet? Anyone? Any game with the attendance sheet? Anyone? No. So let's try out this game. Today's your attendance sheet is a game. Only thing, you have to follow instructions given by a, you are right. Wait. We will give. Let me give the instruction. People will be unnecessary. Yeah. Everybody's wake up. Yeah, great. I can see no, many no's. Yeah, thank you so much for being with me. What is we are going to do is, please learn the games rule. Then बातें बोलोगे कि नहीं हमने सुना नहीं था. You have to give your attendance, writing your name. There will be some questions coming into that. You have to answer. Of course, we all are teachers, so we are honest. So we'll be giving honest answers. And then the part 2, when it will arrange the way the questions has come to you. जैसे आपको reflect हुए, जिस order में reflect है, उस order में आपको, you have to put it to this in the part 2. Suppose your sequence of question was 3. Second position was 1. At the third position, it was 2. So there are 6 questions. So you will be having 6 position. Okay. And then submit the form within 1 minute. Submit the attendance form within 1 minute. And then we are going to play a game of, I will tell you the name of afterwards. Let's have a little bit secret. Is the instructions are clear? Anybody not understood the instruction, or are who will be repeating? Let put Aarti to the work. Yeah, Aarti, please repeat the instruction, dear. Aarti, can you repeat the instructions?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, very much, madam. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, please repeat the instructions, Aarti.
Yeah. Okay. So because of some network issues, so how much ever I could hear. So everyone will be getting a form, and
Yes.
you'll be having some 6 questions,
Yes.
and you have to fill it as per your understanding which one you could get it earlier, and all
Yes.
of this has to be done within 1 minute. The
Yeah,
submission.
no, you missed the important part of the game. You will be getting 6 questions, but everybody will be getting in a random order.
Okay.
You have to remember that order, or in the form there is a section 2 where you have to mark that order of your questions. Okay.
Yes.
So some people may get in the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight. Some people may get in the random order 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, something, anything. So, and that way you have to mark. So if you see first question first, then your first position question number will be what? Aarti?
1.
1. If you see third question at the 4th position, at the 4th position for whom you will mark?
3.
For 3. Yeah. And that process you have to complete in a 1 minute. Or adha minute extra de de Sonia? Yeah, 1. So you have got 1 minute 30 seconds, and here we go in chat box. Sonia, please put it.
The link is shared in the chat box.
Yeah. So 1 minute 30 seconds. Till now, participants who have participated, maximum number which I have is 38. Okay, Sonia. So let me see how many responses I am getting. Is the link is visible to everyone? Prasad sir, are you saying anything? Sonia, you forgot to write the word
Hello?
attendance. Very important.
Sasa, you're not audible if you're saying anything. You can put it in the chat box.
Sonia, you just shared the link. You didn't write attendance. The most important part.
I'll reach out.
Yeah, there is no score provided to anyone, so you don't worry, but you have to fill your attendance. That's itself. I can see 4 responses. Yeah. Sonia, 1 minute 30 seconds lock. Huh? You just tell me, I will stop.
Yes.
Yeah. 16 responses I can see. 20. It's moving fast. 21. Twenty-eight responses. Sonia, how much time?
Ma'am, last 2 seconds.
Last 2 seconds. Aarti, can you please tell your participants to complete it from your side? As a
Yes, ma'am. All participants are kindly requested to submit it immediately because the time is up. So if you want your attendance, kindly please submit it, whatever the answers are.
yeah. See, Aarti is a perfect teacher. Huh? Immediately
I'm
submit.
done. I'm done.
Done. Yeah. So Sonia, I'm being little bit generous. Let's give to half a second. We have got a time 2 minutes more. We have got 3:58 it is. So yeah, one new message has come in while. Okay, what is it about? Let me check. Done. Sachin has said done. Sham sir has said done. Thank you so much for being so interactive and discussing about. So right now for the attendance, good student of Sonia teacher. Right now I am accepting response बंद करूँ नहीं अभी 40 आ गए क्या करूँ सोनिया रुके या आधा से
There is a message from a student feeling crazy about attendance.
okay we all feel it that's like yeah that student has to be inside student has to be always alive then there is a learning and then there is a fun so great Sonia you could made them feel crazy about the attendance once again. I would like a response from anyone who has played a game with attendance something new. This is something me and Sonia thought while for this today's topic. So anybody has played a game, he or she can share experience after this. Yeah, Sonia, now it's a high time. We have got to 4 o'clock. Yeah, I stop it. 45, highest responses, 46, last. Okay, so guys, now what we are going to play with this is housey. So all of you remember your responses? Yes, no?
Kind of.
No, you can't do that. I have told you very clearly. So, and I have got your answers also. So I remember I have captured all the answers. So I know if you lie also, it's not going to work it out. So you request, it's only 6 numbers. All of you remember what was the sequence, what was it? And now we play housey. So remember all your numbers, write it on somewhere. I give you 1 more second to write it. And the first number which I'm pulling out is number 3. How many of you had first number as 3? Baki sab out.
Me. You have to raise hand.
No, you have to write in a chat box. 3 wale kitne log hai? Fast. 3 wale fast. Me, Aarti 1, only me. Siv Aarti? Yeah, okay. Payal, Prachi. Okay, so these are people in the house right now. Others are gone. Great. Now, next number which we am going for is 1. How many of you had? How many of you had 1 number at a second position? Sonia, what's the it is saying? It is
No one, ma'am.
no one. I know that because I'm playing in that man. Okay, and I lock it to the third position. How many of you had number 5 at the third position? I can't play for a longer time.
Yeah.
How many?
Aarti, ma'am, Srijit sir, and Payal, ma'am.
Okay, so we can keep on playing this up to number 6, and how we can make it interactive. Yeah, how we can make it interactive with the students. Now, the questions which I asked, if you can just correlate, they were more about the sessions. The same way you could have asked about what you are taught in the class. It can be giving the points. So, how many of you got a answer 3 right, like that? I have not given you the points. I just asked you the numbers, but you can give the student points with the time. How many of you got the answer 3 right? Or maybe how many of you got the answer 2 right? And you can arrange the question in that sequence such a way that you can arrange the randomly questions, and it can be a big design problem. And you tell them randomized questions are coming to them, and tell them arrange in the proper manner and arrange the sequence. That can be a housey ka jackpot. Okay. So the same attendance game can be put up in a different manner. The way and how did I play it? So let me tell you the story behind it. Let me share the screen. What did I do is, actually, I was looking at these responses. So what I saw, see, can you see the first number 3? Only 5 counts. So I already, can you see the share?
Yeah, now you can see.
Yeah. So first count 3, I can see only the 5 responses. For second one, I knew only 1 person. That's why I said 1. So I already discarded the people. So like that, you can find out where students are not able to understand which question. If you are arranging and you find out the lowest possible question, one of the questions very lowest possible, and that is the area students are. You can revise that topic next time. And in this process, indirectly, directly, I had taken the feedback also for today's session. Can you see? At least I know where as a today's session I stand. How many people I could reach to. What is my today's group of people was understanding what they are looking for. I can see there are a number of digital tools it is looking. Providing more number of digital tools, we have ample of them. And now, how many of you feel that it's required? How successful my topic was? I could see it from here. How many of you still feel it is necessary? I could get aligned 90%. There's a one little bit. It is always will be there in with your class also, and we have to think how we can go about it. And this is about. Thank you so much. If it is a real response from all of you, I learned something new. And now my question, now the platform is open for the discussion, and my question is still that any one of you played any game with your attendance sheet, and now you can also think of number of games with the attendance sheet, and please share with us. This is all from me and Sonia. And Sonia, I'm stopping sharing now. It's time for question and answers and the last slide of us, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you so much for being with us. I think so, Aarti, we have how many minutes more taken? 5 minutes. We are extremely sorry because we made you to wait for 5 minutes. And over to you, Aarti. Thank you so much.
I'm sure all the participants have really loved it, and none of them have minded to, extend it for more 5 minutes.
So anything from your side, any sharings from your side? I'm sorry, this didn't ring that time, Sonia.
It ringed, ma'am.
It ringed? Okay, great. Okay, fine. So anything from your side, Anyone?
Madam, may I have a
Yeah,
question?
yeah, please.
Madam, I'm from MBA department.
Yeah.
But here in the examples that were taken were from the engineering side and the engineering subjects.
Okay.
So can you just share certain things that the MBA faculties could do for inculcating various skills, maybe leadership or analytical or communication, certain things, or gamification so that could be used?
Definitely. Okay, sir. I could answer your question firmly because I take a subject, fundamentals of management for engineers. So what I used to do in the online session, because we had online sessions, after every lecture there has to be quick quiz. So around 15 lectures, around 20 every lecture, every week 20 questions. And the questions were all about the theories, X theory, Y theory, all theories are there, right? Models are there. So that names are new for they are learning at the first time. So I used to put the questions in that manner, and the cognitive levels I used to enhance. Now there sometimes used to be group study, sometimes used to be individual with respect to time. And I thought of sharing this case study here because for our student, management is a bit difficult, we can say. It's not like engineering. I have developed in that manner discussion the way I had shown with respect to attendance, but not in this manner. A bit different and at a different cognitive level. And I had around more than 200 to 50 questions developed with me. And with respect to that, what has happened is student could answer it at the same time. At the time of exam, when we had an objective type of question, the hit rate of a student for getting more than 80% of the whole class is 90%. For the whole class, I had a 72 students in the class. So this thing helped them to remember that few words. For my student, remembering that X theory, Y theory, theory of something else, Taylor's theory, it's very difficult. So this is how it works. And in there is a communication, leadership, and all that. Another game or exercise which I had developed is this was for my final year students. And what I did is we develop a case studies with the students for the company which they are going to join. And I had developed like how to study hierarchy, what type of hierarchy. So what type of hierarchy there in your company, just try to find out what is the history behind that company and so on. So it's just the creativity and the thought process. It's a design thinking process which is shared by Ruchan madam to you. We come up with a different things, and believe me, I never thought before the beginning of subject I will do something like this. It came into mind the moment I started learning and understanding a subject. And so it's just a matter of practice, and I'm sure you will also come up with different things. I hope
Right.
I answered the question.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, the hierarchy one, that organizing, taking that
Yes.
organization structure and every other thing, that becomes difficult. But with
Yes.
the help of company that they are going to join, it may
Yeah.
be
It
easier
really
in that.
helped me. Like
Right.
for how do you define empathy in that hierarchical structures and all that? Then I told them to go for TCS and how the empathetical models has been developed, how the cognitive levels has been developed. But if the leader cannot reach to that level, how the levels within the company has been designed so that empathy and the recognition can be developed. And the student found out through that. And why the company has got that strong building, bond building within, that reason they could find out. I hope I could answer the in somewhat. Case study is not actually ready with me. I have got the answer of case study, but it's not written format. Once I finish, I will definitely share it. Yeah, over to you, sir. Anyone? Yeah, Pratima madam, this is from my side, and Sonia madam. Biju sir, thank you so much. Meeting you after a long time. It was nice to be with you in this session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you everyone for your feedbacks. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Pratima madam, over to you.
Yes. So now we will end the session.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And and thank you for the feedback. And I also must say, Sonia ma'am, Sandhya ma'am was really great session, quite an interactive one.
Yeah, last thing, I'm opening that feedback link. Others can fill the attendance. It should not happen. Attendance is not given. Okay.
I think there's a separate link also which is being
No,
floated.
no. You put it in this link. Don't.
Okay.
Don't make them to redo the work. No, isn't
All
it?
right, all right.
I opened the attendance link. So
Okay, okay.
this-
So everyone will fill that one.
yeah,
No
yeah, and I
problem.
will share with you. No issue. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Yeah.
inviting us. It was very nice to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So I'll end the session here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.